The fear of missing out. I think it's just so incredibly hard. Number one reason people don't delete their social media, if it's not their business or whatever, personal social media, is because of a fear of missing out. But we pay such a big price for not missing out. TikTok made me feel like I'm wasting so much time. It's a suction, it's an algorithm that makes you stay for there for hours on hours, and you don't know how you got there and why 3 hours just passed. And it's just so incredibly addicting, at least to me, because I'm like, this is helpful, this is so helpful, I have to have this in my life. This hack is so incredible, like I cannot live without it. And the fact that is, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss out on this incredible thing. But I just missed out on 3 hours of my life. I bought products that I don't need, and I was influenced to get so much more than I needed. Instagram made me thirsty for validation. And no matter how much I tried to convince myself that this account is just for me, but when I posted, I'll be checking it every 3 to 5 minutes to see who liked it, who commented, and who watched my story. It's ridiculous. And now that I made a personal choice to quit Facebook, to Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube Shorts, I understand how much it has bothered me. The itch to look back is so high. It's like a withdraw, a real withdraw. I have to fight it. I mean, their apps are not there, but the thought, oh, check, oh, check, oh, check. Checking on progress, checking on the views, checking on everything, it seems like a second job to my brain, to my self-esteem, and to everything around me. The sad part, I woke up with my phone and I went to sleep with my phone. And it was from the get-go, gets you into this fast information reality, and ups and downs, and being happy and being sad that you did not get all the likes that you were hoping for, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm a loser. Am I? Oh, why didn't this person commented? They're my friend. This post has been for 2-3 days. They never commented, oh, how cute this picture looked. Seriously? It ruins everything. And that's the ugly truth. My routine was so bad because in the morning when I would wake up, I'm gonna go check on Instagram, I'm gonna check on TikTok, I'm gonna check on Facebook. And as soon as I'm done, I'm going back to Instagram, checking my DMs, checking all the reels that everybody and my friends and my family has sent me, so I can catch up and, to relate to them, and, the memes that you send each other. Once I'm done looking at them, I go back to TikTok and I go back to Facebook to see if anything is new. And a minute later, I'm doing it again, and again. And each time, it takes about 20-30 minutes to be on each app. And next thing you know, I'm in this bed until 1-2 p.m. on my day off, just constantly going in this insanity cycle of checking until I'm like, oh my gosh, my brain hurt, my eyes hurt. I have been sitting here since I woke up, and that could be up to 3 to 4, 5 hours. What? There's nothing pretty about social media. Nothing. 13-year-old me looked up to people who were famous on social media, and 33-year-old me look up on people who do not have social media. I had the social media for so so many years. Pretty much as long as Instagram existed, I was in it. Sad part of how much time I have spent on places like Instagram and TikTok, and it doesn't pay me a dime. I always try to tell myself that it's not paying me. Why am I here? Why? Why am I on this constantly? My solution is only deleting it. Other ways don't work for me. Putting timers don't work for me. Turning off notifications don't work for me. I will find a way to get to it. I will find a way to sit through it and just be constantly on it. That's just me. Maybe you can't relate, but for me, the ugly truth of social media, the friendships you're building there instead of in real life, this is not real. Imagine you were only able to talk to your mom, your sisters, and grow up only through social media. That would be so horrible. So to me, to this day, I would rather take my mom on a date, go out for coffee or breakfast, and enjoy her company. My sisters, I would do the same. I would always choose to actually go out with them more than anything, more than I would ever want to see her post on social or like her feed or anything, or watch the memes she sent me. I would rather hang out with her. I don't think you would ever meet a person who says, I delete all my social media accounts and I regret it. No one said ever. And it's so true, because I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I paused on Instagram for maybe a month. And when I looked back, even to my friends, they're like, oh, how is your social media break going? And I'm like, I have never felt better. I was so happy. Social media is only making us more lonely, only making us more like we're lacking. The inspirations, the projects, the stuff that we see, it is super inspiring. Don't get me wrong. Her house that the girl posted is incredible. But in a millisecond, your brain thinks, why don't I have this house? Why does not my kitchen look like this? And instantly, your dopamine drops as fast as it went up, seeing this beautiful idea and how she is able to live the life of her dreams. The less we know, the calmer we feel. It's so true. When I look back and I'm posting to my 300 followers on my personal account on my trips, I feel like, to be super, and the ugly truth is, I guess I was trying to say, look, I made it. Look, I'm going here. Look, my relatives, my close friends. Look. If you go on a trip and you just save it to your phone, it's going to be just as a big memory. You don't have to post it. And I was like, wow, it is so true. I could still make a memory of my trip. I don't have to share it to everyone to see, look, just look. We want to be seen and heard, but social media makes it look like we're seen and heard, but we're paying a high price to get that feeling of worth. Imagine you're missing out from your friends. Imagine you missed out on where they went and who hang out with who. But won't you be so much more excited to see them next time? I believe I'll hang out with my close friends so much more often, because I'll be like, hi, I missed you. I'll text them and say, let's hang out, let's catch up. They will have so much more to share with me, because I'll be like, I have no idea what you've been up to for this month. Tell me everything. Most people say, well, I keep all my social media because I want to see what my relatives are doing from far away, or my friends who live far away. What are they doing? But think about this. If you really cared about what they were doing, you could call them, you could FaceTime them, and you could really, really genuinely check on them. Another ugly truth about social media is that we really not living our dreams. All we see on social media is other people living out their dreams. We're inspired by them, we're encouraged by them, but we're stuck in a dilemma of not making our own dreams happening simply because, in my example, I'm so exhausted after 5 hours on social media that I feel like doing nothing, as if I'm escaping. My yard, my side yard, it's getting so dirty, so cluttered, so unpleasant. I was just running and running away from it instead of fixing it, instead of making it pretty again, instead of being happy to where I live. I made 100 excuses of why I can't do certain things, but the truth is, social media was eating every minute of my life and my dreams. You just don't even have a minute to think about your own life. You're constantly thinking about what is other person doing, and I'm so inspired to do the same. And then you have 1,000 ideas how to do it the same. But a lot of choices that not mean productivity. Sometimes it makes it worse. You feel like doing absolutely nothing. The time I've been off social media, I have done so much more for my house. I have clean rooms that makes me so happy. If you have a dream, you need to quit social media. If your dream is not being an Instagrammer, an influencer, quit social media. Because once you quit, you're going to have so much more time and thought and imagination of how you can make your dream reality. A few weeks back, I thought about this and I said, what do I really want to do on my free time? What would I rather do? My whole free time included looking at someone else's life on social media. But in reality, I want to learn new songs, how to play on piano. I want to draw. I want to visit a new park. I want to read a book. I want to spend more time with God. I want to read His Word. That's what I want deep inside. But I have done none of that for years. Looking back, I've been so sucked into the social media that I forgot my dreams. I forgot what I want. Our brain does not have time to dream. Our brain does not have time to decide what it really wants to do. Don't let your dreams die. Your little hobbies, your little things that you want to learn how to do, don't waste your life. The ugly truth is we don't get motivated on social media. We don't get inspired on social media. That's where dreams go to die.